Hello, how are you? I know it's been a while since I came on live. First of all, how cute is this? If you're looking for a cute hair cover like this, I would tell you where I got it from. My awesome neighbor Rosa, who does these. She's amazing. Today I'm going to talk about your husband doesn't want your opinion. It's almost 11 at night. And hi Mom, how are you? My mom's watching. I just wanted to get on live just to see you, Mom. Everyone else is extra. All right. Chapter 8 of this book. If you're looking for a book to help you in your marriage, this is a great book to start with. If you're looking for a book to reread, this is a great book to reread too, which is what I'm doing. So I like to read random chapters, okay? This is for you if you have too many opinions and your husband's getting annoyed. The title of this live is, Your Husband Doesn't Want Your Opinion. This may be hard for some of us to hear because we're smart and capable, and a lot of times we do have good ideas. But this is not what she's saying. One of the most powerful phrases I ever learned for showing my husband that I trust him is, whatever you think. The reason I like it so much is that it conveys my faith in him and his judgment. I wholeheartedly trust him now, but I didn't always. Ilana's also here. Hi Ilana, I love you. In weak moments, hold on.
I didn't get that.
Like,
Could you try again?
Facebook is, my screen is, I didn't even know that my MacBook Air has Siri on her phone, on her computer. Stop talking. Siri, I'm trying to get her to stop listening. She just won't stop.
That may be beyond my abilities at the moment.
Okay. Sorry guys. So, okay, I just shushed Siri on my Mac because, advanced like that. Okay. In weak moments, I occasionally revert back to thinking, I'm smarter in this marriage than him. I'm the smarter person. But having thought that for years, I can tell you it's a lonely place. And I don't like to visit it anymore. When you get frustrated with your spouse and you try to prove you're right, because many times you may think you are right, okay? It's a lonely place to be right. Nobody wants to sit with you because you're trying to prove that you're the righter person in the relationship. What she decided was, more than being right, was her connection was important. My connection with my husband is a higher priority than needing to demonstrate that I am the smarty pants in the relationship. That's a rough one. But I am right. When I say, whatever you think, not whatever you want, not whatever you feel, not do whatever you want. That's a popular one we say. It's whatever you think. I'm choosing to be the trusting, respectful wife that I aspire to be, even if I'm inclined to think my husband is just plain wrong. Okay, even if you think he's wrong for choosing and he says to you, hey honey, I really want to get this type of fill in the blank. You say, whatever you think. He's gonna think now, okay? We're giving him the rights to use his brain. I think a lot of us women have exhausted ourselves with trying to create decisions for both of us. You're just not jiving when he's constantly feeling like you're shoving it down his throat. You know, I mean, just speaking from my own personal experience here. Okay. This is so true. How many of us have this where we try, we push. What happens to our husbands? They withdraw like little clams in their little clamshell. Or I don't know, picture anything that has a hard rock on top. like a turtle that they just withdraw. She says it here. There was a time when my default was to tell John everything I was thinking, including where he was being illogical, ridiculous, or impractical. His response was to withdraw. Right away, they withdraw. He stopped sharing a lot of his thoughts with me because he thought I would just shoot them down. And men in general, I don't think people in general want to engage with a person that, you know, maybe they do like to speak with. They don't want to engage with them if they feel like the other person is just always criticizing them or always telling them that, you know, this is a better way. I think this is what we need to do. Okay, so there was really no need for me to comment on things that, oh, she mentioned something here. When I realized I had been making him feel unsafe to share just about anything, I felt terrible. I decided to accept whatever he thought was best about anything that was his responsibility. Just let him decide, like his work, his clothes, his car. She wrote in here somewhere that if you think that you can like always predict what your husband wants and you know what is best for him, then how do you think he became an adult before you met him? Like, he had to make really adult decisions. I mean, he probably has a business or he has a job, and he's capable. So when did we decide that like we know best and our decisions matter more and we are better at this? I don't know, maybe somewhere along the line we took a lot of responsibilities and decision making, and we kind of blurred the lines between what's his responsibility and our responsibility. What she's teaching us is learn this technique of using 3 words. Whatever you think. So simple. Underline it. I started using it. It's good. I started using it when I read this book a while back, and I use it a lot now. I try not to use whatever you want, because that's laced with sarcasm. But do whatever you want, right? How many of us have used that term? Do whatever you want. No, not the same. Do whatever you think. And that's just like, it's like freeing him to be able to do it, because he's not going to steer you in a bad place. Okay. So now she mentions here, when you say when you say the words whatever you think, you're basically saying that you trust him. Okay. Even though you don't feel it, there's this Jewish concept, mitoch shelo lishma balishma. From a place that you didn't feel it, you end up feeling it. Meaning, a lot of the times we do things that we don't feel like doing, eventually it feels like doing it too, right? So, I mean, there's a lot of things like that. I'm laughing because I'm imagining all the people that I've coached where they didn't feel like doing the things that they were told to do for like healthier habits and stuff, but eventually they absorbed it. Okay, so she talks about Mandy. Mandy said that when she first said whatever you think to her husband, it felt like sawdust in her mouth. Over time, though, the words helped her gain so much in her marriage that she was now saying they taste sweet as honey. If you don't like using these words at first, think of them as an acquired taste. They might become one of your favorites. Agreed. Same. In the beginning, I was like, why am I saying this? Whatever you think. No, not whatever you think. It's whatever I think. But after that, after trying, it was an acquired taste for me too. But you learn to like it, you know? Okay. And adding I trust you is so powerful in the relationship. When you say whatever you think and then add with I trust you. I want you to try this. You will see something happen in your marriage. It'll be weird. It'll be like, what are you saying? I'm like, what does that mean? Is this a trick question? No. He just wants, you know, to be liberated from the stress of you like harboring on him that, you know, you got to do things a certain way all the time. No. Whatever you think, I trust you. And it'll allow your husband to be the man in the relationship that's able to make decisions and allows you to be the lady in the relationship that can receive it. You know, because there's a whole Jewish concept where the man is the giver, the woman is the receiver. It's like in a carnal way and also in like a spiritual way. Like whatever Torah he learns and whatever like he absorbs spiritually, he can pass on to his wife. If she receives it, if she's willing to receive it. And so it's like a two-way street. If she's rejecting it and she's like, I don't trust you, I don't know if you're a good, you know, then he feels that. And it's not going to work out for in the conversation, in the relationship, that he feels like you trust him. That trust is so powerful. I think this book, if you struggle with trust, this book is very good in that sense. So she also talks about the words, I hear you. Another powerful one. If you work in customer service, you know this one. I hear you. Okay. She says, is so fantastically neutral and at the same time so validating. It does the job beautifully. I'll tell you a secret. It's bled into my husband saying it to me now. In the conversation, if I'm saying something passionate and I just, like, he says, I hear you. So powerful. Something I learned to say from this book, Empowered Wife. Okay. Hi, Goldie. All my people are here. Okay. So, okay. Let's keep going. Your desires are more powerful than your opinions. She talks about desires in the first chapter of this book, okay? The other thing to ask yourself when you're really tempted to give your husband your opinion is, this is so powerful. I do this all the time when I'm not crazy. Okay, what do I do? Okay, what is the outcome I want? What do I want? So much of us, the frustrations we feel in the relationship is like, afterwards we'll call our friend, be like, but I want him to understand me. I want him to care about what I want. No, I want him to feel like, I want him to love I just want him to treat me better. I want him to respect me better. Is that really what you want? Because in the conversation when you're fighting with him and when you're trying to prove yourself right and when you're trying to make him wrong, are you really teaching him to be empathetic to you? Is that really the outcome you want? So she asks, get the intentionality in here first. Before you pursue it out of your mouth, get the intentionality. So what's the intention? What is the outcome I want? If the outcome you want is to make peace in the relationship and to feel heard, you're going to notice the words coming out of your mouth are going to shift into a different space. Hi, Vika, how are you? I see you're here. The intention, I think, is the most powerful part of a conversation. And sometimes I even come into the conversation if I know it's a charged conversation about a topic that's very important to me and to him, and we've had discussions about this in the past where it ended up in a rocky place. It's very important, from just speaking from my experience, to start the conversation with, I just want to tell you my intention for this conversation. Wow, you're just putting it out there. My intention is, I really want us to find a way where we can talk without hurting each other, where we can talk by being understood. My intention is to understand you in this conversation. And he feels that, he's going to also reflect that in his intention, because you're coming in with like a whole different game plan now. You're not like, hey, I want to be right. If your intention is to be right, say that too. My intention is to be right. In your own ears, it'll sound retarded, because like, really, is it really to feel right? Even if you might not be benefiting from being right, like, you're not going to sleep peacefully because it's going to be on your mind. Wow, why did he say that? Why did I say that? How do we get through this? We have kids we want to raise in a peaceful home. So ask yourself, what's the intention? What is the outcome I want? As a wife, expressing your desire is always going to be more powerful than debating or disagreeing with his thinking, which is also disrespectful, she writes. Wow. It's hard to swallow the stuff you read when you read this stuff. Okay, I'm going to read the last page of this chapter. Okay. Here's another example of the power of expressing your desire over giving your opinion. Dinner was on the table and Ruth was hungry, but there was no sign of her husband. She found them in the basement with their washing machine, which was broken and filled with water. He was trying to bail out the water using an old laundry detergent container with a narrow opening. Ruth's first thought was, this is going to take forever. She was tempted to tell him her opinion, that he should stop doing it that way and get a better container. But that would have been disrespectful. Instead, she asked herself what she wanted and the answer was to eat. So she said only, honey, I'd like to have dinner now. Wow. Is your mind blown right now? She totally did not engage and prove to him that he's an idiot for wanting to use a narrow opening to drain a whole bunch of water from the broken laundry detergent. She just focused on what she wanted. She wants to eat. So she said, honey, I'd like to have dinner now. So her husband looked up and said, yeah, you're probably right. This isn't very efficient anyway. It would probably take forever to do it this way, and I can do it later. Wow. With that, they went upstairs to have dinner, free of tension and bickering, all because Ruth treated her husband with respect. In a relationship between a man and a woman, respect, I think, trumps all. If you and you can fix that. You can address that, and you can create better respect in your marriage. The book teaches you this. It doesn't mean just because you don't respect your husband the way you wish you would, or he doesn't feel like you respect him, or you don't feel respected. It doesn't mean you can't create that. Just from like being intentional and focusing on what you want. Because it's very possible to address it and fix it and create a better relationship. So, okay, it's 11:10. I'm going to get off live. I do want to give a shout out to Rosa. She did an amazing job with this hair cover. So if you guys are looking for something really cute like this, she's the girl. You can reach out to me. I'll send you her number. She's amazing. And I bought a whole bunch. I bought a whole bunch from her because I said to myself, that's what I want. That was my desire, and I used it from this book because you know what, we squelch our desires deep in, and then we like bring out all these frustrations because we're really not addressing the things that we want to take care of in ourselves, whether it's loving ourselves, whether it's I don't know, having something that we enjoy, eating something we enjoy, being with a friend that we haven't seen in a while, paying attention to our needs. And the powerful takeaway from this chapter is whatever you think. Those 3 words, whatever you think, and also I hear you. And I love this book because it gives you these kind of like quick, simple, efficient things. Next time I speak to you, I'm going to tell you about ouch, which is 1 word. So ouch was a very good one. I tried that. I'm going to read that to you next time. Hopefully. Stay tuned. Something in my eye. Anyway, thank you for listening. Victoria's right. I hear you. Thank you, Goldie. I love you guys. Have a wonderful night. I hope this week brings you lots of health and blessings your way. Please get enough rest, which is why I should not be on Facebook at this hour. But hopefully you are, able to rest enough and take care of yourself in the process of taking care of your family. I'm a little sore because I'm recovering from like a mild cold. But I missed you guys, and thank you for welcoming me into your space. I'm doing this from my bedroom. So I'm just, but you know what? Sometimes you have to do it messy and you have to do it silly. You just have to do it. That's my biggest takeaway on life in general. Don't wait to do things when it's perfect. Don't wait to get it just right. Do it messy. Do it afraid. Just do it. And that's why Nike's famous. All right. Because they just do it. All right, guys. Have a good night. Thank you so much for tuning in. Till next time. Bye.